Hello guys, this is the Dude 2 and this is my beginner's video on Joseki. The thing to remember about Joseki is that basically it's basically translated as a move that produces an equal result. Let's zoom out a little so you can see. I'll be using my bamboo board and my double convex Yanzi stones for this, and I'm going to switch it up with different stones for the different Joseki video. Since this is a very basic video, people who are more advanced, who study a lot of Joseki, may not find it so interesting. My videos are mainly for beginners. Maybe you'll catch something and learn something from it if you're more advanced, or maybe you'll catch a mistake I made. But I'm going from a couple different books when I talk about this. This is as much for me to learn as for you guys to learn. So that's why I'm going to call this "Let's Learn Joseki Together." Kicking it really old school for very basic. When you start the game of Go, you start in each of the four corners. Pretty much everybody knows that, and the reason is because it's easier to defend the corners. What you want to do before you even start a game is you want to have some type of strategy of how you want the game to progress. You have your options when you start in the corners. You can start on the star point, which, let's see, which one's easier over here? Yeah, we'll keep it over here. You could start on the star point, which means you're willing to go with either territory or influence, which we'll talk about later. If you start on the 3-3 point, you're saying, I want this corner. 3-3 point equals corner. If you jump in the 3-3 point, if you don't die, you got the corner. The problem with it is it's kind of slow as far as influence, and a lot of times you have a hard time jumping out into the center. So you're kind of stuck in the corner. You're guaranteed territory if you don't play wrong, but you're kind of stuck. And then you have the komakus, which are the 3-4 point, either here or here. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. They're both 3-4 points. 1 point over from the star point, which is the 4-4. What this means is I like the corner, but I'd also like this side. What this one means is I'd like the corner, but I'd also like the side, but I'd be happy with some of the corner and some of the side. As far as Joseki goes, the simplest Joseki is a little 3-3 point classic Joseki. So that's the one we're going to start with because it's very simple. It's the first one I learned when I was self-teaching myself. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have a teacher, so I'm learning from books. I'm trying to take the complicated stuff out of the books and get to the meat of it. So the most common is you play a 3-3. And then when white is going to approach, when white approaches, the most common approach is the 4-4 point. And if you look at it, it kind of makes sense. Because black really has, well, the good thing about the game of Go is you can play anywhere, right? But to response to this, the most common responses are either here, you can play on that side, or here, you could play on that side. Okay, well, I'm going to run through the Joseki, explain why, and then we'll cover a couple variations and we'll practice. Okay, so what I like to do is start from the very beginning. I play here. This helps me memorize it. White plays here. Black pushes over. White continues to push over. Black is going to play up here. That is a horse move, like in chess. And then white is going to play here, skipping 2 stones. And that is your very basic, probably the most basic Joseki you'll ever learn. It's pretty secure. Black, as I said, got his territory. White is preventing black from moving into the center. It's pretty equal, give and take. White got good influence, black got good corner territory, and technically the game could stop, or this area could stop. They could play elsewhere and then they can come back to this, or they could push a little further. Probably the best move black can do right now, according to what I've seen, is a horse this way. Now what that does is it allows black to push this way. If white doesn't answer, black can get a little bit of influence, and black still has a little bit here, and he's got this guaranteed corner. And now white don't look quite so secure. So a typical answer white would give would be there or here. Okay, probably here is a little faster. The 2-point jump instead of the 1, this is a little more secure, but black can kind of slip around, you know, and just keep gaining and gaining. But that's okay. The further, let's take this back to the basic before I get a little out there. If white approaches, notice I start from the beginning every time. This is what you guys need to do to memorize these. Black continues, white continues, black continues, white continues, black continues, white continues. As long as white is ahead, he can keep forcing the moves. Now, is this good for black? No. This is, generally speaking, bad for black. Why? Because black is on the 3-3 point, the territory line. This is called, it's not good because every stone the black places, he's gaining 2 points of territory. 2, 2, 2. White is gaining huge potential. Very good, strong. When you get more advanced, you could use this influence to attack from and use battles. White will take this all the way over if he could. This is great for white. If they go all the way over, black's got maybe what, two times, I don't know, like 30 points, something like that. And white's potential is just insane. He could take the whole board, you know. So definitely not a good idea for black to keep pushing. He wants to jump out somewhere. Now let's talk about this horse jump. Black plays, white plays. Feel free to play it along with me as we go through it. This way it'll help you memorize each Joseki. And black's going to jump here. Now why is that good? It looks kind of weak, like white could just run right through there. Well, out in the center of the board that is weak, but toward the corner of the board it's very strong. Let's say white wants to push in. Black could just play here. Right? Okay, well, white cuts. Bad idea. White cutting stone is now dead. So keep it extra basic. And white plays here, and black plays here, and they're dead. Now white is a lot less strong than black now, right? So, the horse on the a horse here is a good strong move, but we like to reinforce with another stone first. Black plays here, white's not going to want to cut. Now, let's say white doesn't answer, he plays elsewhere. It's called tanuki when you play elsewhere. Black could play here, and now white is in big trouble being surrounded. Black has territory, he has inside influence, because remember, white cannot cut this. White tries to cut, black just plays here. Right? If white cuts in, black will play here and dead again. So definitely a good idea, which is one of the reasons why white answers there. Okay? Now another option. Start over. We go here, white plays here, black extends, white follows, hoping he'll keep going. Black does a horse jump instead of jumping up here. Let's say white wants this down here. White can play here. Now this leaves white with a couple options. First of all, it's very strong. Black cannot cut it. There's no cut point, right? So black can tanuki if he wants. The most common black move would be to jump out here in a horse, right? Because this forces white to answer. Otherwise, black will just play another one, and white's in big trouble. So if black decides to jump up there, white could jump down there or up here, and white has got this now, right? Black will probably try some kind of jump over here, something to kind of pin it in, but white's going to be able to live here, black's going to be able to live here. Black has the influence. If black doesn't play here, right, say black tanukis, plays elsewhere, white can still jump up here. And if black decides to go down underneath, white could jump over here. Now who's got the big influence? White does. Alright? That move prevents white or black from doing his double maneuver there. Okay, black's still going to live, but black is very badly positioned in the corner. So let's go over this basic Joseki one more time. 3-3, 4-4. Now you could repeat this either way, depending upon the way the board's set. Right? Black can play here. White will play here. And there's your basic Joseki. And if you want to add one more move from that, that would be great for black. Okay? Just play it the way we played it so as not to confuse you. And then we'll call it a video here. Black plays here. White plays here. That's your basic Joseki. Combinations. Black will want to play here. Right? Or if white gets the chance, he'll play here. And then from there, he could jump to there. Again, you don't have to play these all, in a row. You could play a move here, play a move there. You just want to be sure that the basic Joseki, this, you don't want to jump. One more thing to say before I end the video. You don't want to say, okay, I didn't finish the Joseki yet, but forget it. So I'm going to play elsewhere. Well, now black is going to, or white is really going to pin you in bad. Okay, now you can't do your jump. White can cut you. So the best you could do is something like this. You could jump down, but you're really, really pinned now. Okay, and you're gonna have a really hard fight. Same for white. If black plays, and black pushes over, and white pushes over, and black plays here, and white does not finish his Joseki and extend either this way or this way. But let's say he doesn't extend this way. Then black is going to. And if white doesn't answer again, black plays here. Now black has the corner, the side, and influence. And white has nothing. White is going to be running his whole, running to get away. Right? Definitely not cool. And as he's running, black's going to be following, building nice territory in the center. Okay? The important thing to know about these Joseki is memorize them. Joseki are like kata. If you're a martial artist, you know what I mean about kata. You practice them and you learn the basics. You're not stuck ever using a Joseki, but you learn a lot about shape weaknesses and economical moves from these time-tested Josekis from past 100 years to the past 10 years. There's a lot of new Joseki coming out. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to start another one on the different, this was a 3-3, maybe I'll do another 3-3, I'll probably do some 3-4s, komokus, those are my favorite, those are the ones I know the best of. Any questions, please comment. Thank you for your time. I hope this was learning for you. Remember, practice with me. Alright, later, bye.